had 8 days off before you played yesterday. You get another shutout win. You got scored in your last 2 opponents, 13-0. Playing pretty great right now.
Yesterday was a little disappointing. Just scoring 1 goal, and we did seem a little bit flat compared to the other games where we scored most of those 13 goals you just brought up. But if the objective is to win, I guess we pulled that off. So it's a good thing. What I didn't realize is that until this season is everybody knows who Hannah is and how good she is, and that she makes a big impact on our team. But I didn't realize playing without her would change us as much as it does, because the only loss we have this year is on a Sunday when she wasn't playing. And I'm sorry, she's Mormon and she does not play on Sundays, and we honor that. We knew that when she came here 4 years ago. And so but what I didn't realize is that along with scoring goals herself, she just makes Reagan better and Asha better and Mia better. She opens up more doors for those guys, and so the fact that we don't have any more Sunday games, I think we're gonna be all right.
I mean, while she is gone in some of those, you get to see some other players maybe that you don't typically see that much more playing time up. You have some great ones out there. Ashley James is doing great, and then you mentioned Reagan has been phenomenal too. What is it like seeing progression in some of those younger players when they're out there?
That's what it's all about, because is the turnover. If you want to have continued success, because after this season, we don't have Hannah anymore, right? So to watch those guys, because of the COVID season didn't count last year. Reagan's just a freshman, and she's lighting people up on the left side, and Asha's just a sophomore, even though she's got 3 or 4 years of school under her belt, because she was just doing the track thing at Florida International before I convinced her to come here and get back into soccer. So she's going to leave here with 3 or 4 degrees by the time she's done with her eligibility. So those guys are really young, and then there's some kids in the back that are really young for us. Kendall Britton's doing great as a center back, and she's just a freshman. She's part of the reason we came to the football game the other day, because she's also in the marching band. That's a very unique combination. That's the first women's soccer player we've ever had that also plays a music instrument in the marching band. So we watched her march at halftime while our football team was smashing that Western New Mexico football team, and that was a lot of fun. So I think we have some really talented youngsters on our team, and hopefully they just keep growing this year and grow into Lone Star Conference championship caliber players, just like we've had a lot of here.
You mentioned kind of being disappointed only scoring the 1 goal, but you guys dominated it. At least the first half when I was there, it seemed like the entire match was down on their side of the pitch. So
we have dominated every game we've played so far, and 3 of them went really well. 1 of them we found a way to lose, even though we outshot that team 21-6. And then yesterday just went by 1, even though we outshot them. I think it was 30 something to 6, something like that. So we're still creating all kinds of chances. And anytime you're doing that in our sport, you're always giving yourself a chance to win. The disappointing thing is to just actually put 1 of those in the goal. We must have had 4 cleared off the line. 1 hit the post and bounced down. Everybody thought it went in. I don't know if it did or not. The ref said it didn't. So we're creating all kinds of chances. We'll probably do that again on Wednesday. That's our first conference opponent. We're going to go to Odessa. We'll probably create more chances than they do. So hopefully we capitalize and score on some of those. And then we got a real contest on Saturday against Dallas Baptist here. Well, that's here on our plastic. So
you kind of talked about creating chances. What do you guys have to do different? Just 1 more person in the box ready to go so it doesn't get cleared? What is something you guys are working on?
Well, yeah, that's one thing is the aggressive mentality to get in the box. Because there's always that balance of risk and safety, and I just don't think I don't lean safety very much. I lean risk. So we want to get as many people into the box as we can. If Mia's getting around the corner, then Hannah, Reagan, Asha, and then maybe even the defensive midfield players. They should all be in there. maybe even a center back. I don't know if even Cheyenne went on a couple runs where she ended up in the opponent's center yeah, just numbers forward, concentration on the final piece. You know, it seems so easy for someone that's not playing in the sport that when I get alone with the goalkeeper, all I have to do is hit it there, where the goalkeeper's not. But it's just much more difficult to execute that in the heat of the moment with defenders kicking at you, chasing you, and maybe the goalkeeper's running at you. But we just have to keep improving.
So talk about your matchup on Wednesday. You said you seem pretty confident about it.
Well,
UTPB.
I'm confident that we will create more chances to score than UTPB. Yeah, the trick is we have to actually make those. We have to turn those into goals. But it's in Odessa, and playing on the road is always a little bit more difficult than playing here in Canyon. I think I've said that probably every time I've talked to you guys. so that's going to make it a little more difficult. They're really excited right now, you know, because sometimes athletic departments, the sports feed off of each other. So the fact that you know their football team, you know, got lucky and beat ours, I'm sure they're feeding off of that, you know, and so they'll be excited. But I don't think that our women's soccer program has ever lost to Permian Basin. We're a whole bunch at 0 against those guys, so hopefully it's whatever that number is one more.
You mentioned DB, Goodness, obviously they're a very good program, you're a really good program. Just kind of preview that matchup.
Well, they're preseason favorites. They're number one, you know, in the conference. We were preseason third, with Angelo being right between us. So if you go in the preseason polls, that's a pretty good matchup. They beat us at their place in the conference tournament semifinals last year. So definitely remember that. It should be a really good game, and I can't remember the last time they were here because they're so new to the conference, you know. We had to go there their first year, and then we had to go back the COVID season because that changed the whole schedule. So this will be the first time we play a conference game against them here. So it should be a really good game.